Hi guys, and welcome to this video. So it's been a little while, but I'm back and I've been working on a project that I wanted to show you guys today. Also, while I've been off, I've upgraded the computer, so hopefully now I'm recording in 1080, so you can see this ugly mug a little bit clearer, and also hopefully the audio sync issues that I was experiencing have stopped as well. But we'll find out in a minute, I guess, because I record these things in one whole big block of nonsense. Right, what I want to show you guys today is, well, I'll show you a video first. Well, you'll have seen it from the thumbnail, but it's probably best to show you an incredibly choppy hand video. And this is that. So essentially what it is it's a minecart cum servo cart track that I've designed to work with the bulkheads that I've been designing the new terrain on. So the idea is that it could go between the terrain as a sort of low down track that goes between the buildings, or it can go like you just saw there, where it actually adds on top of the buildings and it goes sort of across the top as an extra height addition. And this is it here. So I've got a card there, but I may as well show you the track first. So essentially it's really simple at the moment. You can't see very much detail on it, but there's a couple of short rungs. You've got some of that and it attaches to the bulkheads just simply with two downs and one across. Just fits into the grooves as any other terrain would, really. I've also magnetized the pipes on the bottom. I haven't finished this task yet. There's a few left to do, but they basically magnetize on the bottom like that. And the idea being is that the whole thing will look like it has a continuous pipe that goes all the way around the whole circuit, including the bit that has a ramp, which is the tricky bit that I'm going to tackle next. But I've also been working on something that I hope will be able to be used in games, and so have some game features, which is these bad boys. Now, I haven't come up with the name of these, so again, as in classic tradition for the channel, if you can come up with a name for these that sounds cool and Necromunda-y, I am more than happy to hear it. Now, obviously, it's a locomotive, but it's a really basic one. Essentially, you're looking at something akin to a minecart, except it's on a flatbed, so you can put things on it. The idea being that the hivers would be using it to transport goods around the hive, or in the case of the Orlocks, yeah, a little step there on one side. Tried to put as much detail as I can around the thing. There's a little light there because obviously it's not very well lit in the underhive. I've got a couple of little shunt things there. For this one, I've used one of the servo haulers, as you can see there. Just move that out of the way. There's a little barrel on the side there, which is obviously the fuel tank. There's a little chair, which needs a little bit more work, a little bit more detail. And next to that, you've got a little control panel off one of the containers. There's a little shanty roof there to stop all the effluence that comes pouring down on the underhive, and the other side there. It's fairly simple, along the same lines. So the front section from here forwards is pretty much exactly the same as the other one, except for this one I've used one of these, which is the engine compartment from a Land Raider, and that's gone in there. I've put a girder across it. Oh, and I've knocked the camera. A girder across it, which I've put a little control panel and a little seat that sort of sits the operator over the engine. He has access to these controls here, those controls there. You can basically fix things on the fly as it breaks down. I think I need to add some levers and things on both of these around the driver's seat as well, just to make them look a little bit more mechanical and in control. Again, the lights and whatnot, rivets all over the place. Fuel tank on this side with a big old pipe going down into the engine bay, and on the back here we've got a couple of exhausts. I don't know whether I need to add a couple of exhausts on the bottom there. In terms of names, one of the things that I've thought of is a servo minecart. Either a thermic or a galvanic servo minecart, or a servo locomotive, or anything of that ilk is what I was thinking. But again, I am open to all the ideas that you guys might have for what these things could be. And those are these guys. So the plan was, as I mentioned a moment ago, and then completely forgot to address further, because my brain is a mess, I want to try and make it so that these have an actual purpose in game. So it could be that these are either the objective, or they're just a means of getting on and off the table, or they're literally just a dynamic piece of scenery, a bit like a lift, except instead of going up and down, they can go backwards and forwards. Now, I'm unsure as to how to handle that. They could be that they just move a certain distance in one direction in the end phase, or I could have it, just bring it back to this menu, I could have it so that they are controlled by the player. So you pass an intelligence check and you get to control whether it goes backwards or forwards as part of the end phase as well. So I can make it a lot more interactive, and you could actually get it so that they have a big impact on games and allow some fast transport for one or two models in the end phase, which could be pretty cool. It could be a real boon for people who can get on board with using them. And again, that all depends on how I route the track and whatnot, but it's all completely dynamic. And apologies, I've just hit the mic, so if I've just deafened you, whoops. Can you tell I'm rusty? But yeah, so I've gone to the end scene, which has my thanks. So I think that's probably a good point to say thank you very much for watching. All feedback on these things, very welcome. Hit me up in the comments. Yeah, thanks for waiting around while I haven't been uploading. I can't promise that I'll be uploading regularly again, but I'm going to try. At least until I finish this little project as well, which I think will look pretty cool once painted up, especially with those pipes underneath. I think that's a really cool addition. Right, catch up with me in between videos. If you have been, you'll have seen some updates, at least, of these things, even if I'm not making videos. And yeah, hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Stay well, guys.